Hey, MTX crew, what is going on? Hope it's all good in the neighborhood, y'all. Y'all, I am making some pepper steak. I chopped up some sirloin steaks that I had. So I think I had about three of them. So I just sliced them up and I'm going to make some pepper steak and rice per my husband request. He loved pepper steak and yellow rice. So these are the ingredients that I'm using. Now this is that A1 steak sauce, and I always love to put a little bit of that because I love that flavor. Whenever I'm making my pepper steak, I add maybe about a tablespoon of that A1 steak sauce, and I after I get all of my seasoning on, y'all, I put it in the refrigerator until I finish chopping up my peppers. So I'm going to use a little kosher salt, not that much kosher salt, y'all. I love rosemary and garlic on this dish, so I'm using rosemary and garlic. I'm also using onion powder, and I love this steak seasoning. I got this steak seasoning from Aldi's, and I buy it all the time. And of course, I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I love black pepper on this pepper steak, but y'all try that A1 steak sauce. I know a lot of people use it after the fact, after the meat has cooked, but I always use a tablespoon of it before because I love that flavor. Now, the one that I got is like an off brand, but all of them really taste the same to me. So I'm mixing this up, and I'm gonna add a little flour, maybe about a tablespoon and a half of flour into this dish, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the refrigerator so I can go ahead and get my vegetables cut. Now, I'm not going to use any green peppers in this, y'all. I'm going to use red peppers, and I'm also going to use yellow bell peppers, and so yellow orange bell peppers. And so I'm getting these all cut up, and I'm not dicing these. If you notice, I'm slicing them because I want the slices in the pepper steak. I don't want to dice them up. I love just slicing. And I'm going to use the 2 peppers. I'm going to use a red pepper, orange pepper, and if you want to, you can also use a green. And I'm going to use 1 white onion in this dish, y'all. This dish is going to be delicious, and like I say, my husband love it with the rice, and I'm going to show you how I make my rice. It's so simple, y'all, how I make my yellow rice. I always go to Sam's, and they have this rice on sale. Oh, and y'all, this is the pepper steak. I went ahead and add a little oil in there, and I fried my pepper steak up until brown on both sides, and I keep the remnants from the steak in the pan. And now I am making my gravy. I added about a half cup of gravy, and I'm getting it brown. And you get your gravy as brown as you like. This is about how I like it. And then you go ahead, make sure you add hot water, not cold water, to your gravy. So I'm adding some hot water out of my teapot to this gravy, and I'm going to let it cook until it gets thick. At first, it's going to seem like it's not thickening, but it's going to get thick, and I'm going to end up having to add more water to this gravy. And I'm not going to have to put any more seasoning because I have the seasoning on my meat. I'm not going to have to use any more flour because I have the flour on my meat also. So I'm not going to worry about any more seasoning. This gravy is delicious, and it is seasoned from that meat. So let's go ahead and get this all stirred up and then go in with our meat. Y'all, let me know down below if you all have made pepper steak and how you make your pepper steak. So I'm just taking it, I took the pepper steak out to make the gravy. So now I'm putting the pepper steak back in, and I'm going to add my bell peppers and onions, and I'm going to let this simmer for about an hour on medium low. You don't want it to simmer real on high because you don't want to burn it. Now this is the rice that I use. I get it from Sam's, and you always put this is like a cup and a half of rice, and you just go ahead and put just about a cup and a half of water, just enough to cover, and you're gonna have perfect rice. Okay, y'all, here's our steak. It's cooking, and I'm gonna put the top back on and let it cook a little longer, and it's until tender. We want it good and tender. So it's just about ready. So here's our rice. Our rice came out perfect. Oh, I cooked my rice inside the oven, not on top. And it's very easy when you cook it in the oven. It's foolproof. I can't talk today, y'all. Foolproof rice. Cook your rice in the oven, any rice, yellow rice, white rice, any rice. I cook it on the inside of the oven. It's a lot easier for me when I don't have time to just stand there and stir rice. Okay, here's our pepper steak, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching this video to the end. God bless and thank you.